What's up, everyone? How we doing? How we doing, guys? How's everything? Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Welcome in. Tell me about some courses that you guys bought. Oh, I was supposed to have a title for this. Oh, I didn't put a title in. Man, how are you? Wow. How's it going? I was hoping you guys could tell me about different courses or programs you've bought, good or bad. I would love to hear about them. I have my TikTok up, my YouTube up. How are you? How's everything? Who here's bought a course? Who's bought a course or digital product before? Don't ever buy Jenna Kutcher's Instagram program. Did you buy one? You know what's crazy about when you buy the... What's up, Alley Cat? Um, what I would say is if you do buy these courses and you have issues, if you have issues with it, usually the creator will ban you and they block you from all social medias. There's a couple creators. I won't say their names because they're very litigious, but there's one creator that blocks you out of their Discord, bans you from all their accounts. Um, and yeah, that's why I created review.courses. Today, if you've bought a course, you can go to review.courses and leave a review. It's an independent place where a creator cannot ban you. I went through my DMs maybe a week and a half ago, and I have 700 in just 1 month, 700 people that have bought courses, some of them up to $5,000, who want me to expose them. It's crazy. This space needs to be changed. It needs to be completely revamped. And so that's why I created review.courses. You can go on to review.courses and leave reviews. You bought a pro course for $180. Someone else bought one for more. I don't care if they're good or bad. There are people doing good courses out there. There are good courses out there. Go leave good reviews. That's fine. And I know what everybody's going to say. What happens? Well, people, review their own course. Yes, people will. Just like restaurant owners review their own restaurant. Will you get botted? I hope so. The get botted shows you how messed up this program, this industry is, and we'll deal with it. I'm trying to raise money to, get those things mitigated. They're all things we can work through. But first, we just need to start getting the word out that people can have a voice in this whole thing. And I do think people turn to Reddit. I've seen people turn to Reddit and leave reviews on these, but these are hard to find. The course feedback is hard to find on Reddit. So I think there just needs to be one place to do it, and that's what I'm doing. So yeah, I'd love for you guys to, if you've bought a course, to go leave a review on it. Go to review.courses and do it. And you know what? Someone asked me, what's my favorite hustle? There's one, I think everyone's sleeping on making content around products. That has been around forever, but the income path density to selling products on through social media has just exploded. It's exploded. UGC is part of it, Alley Cat, but it's actually bigger than that. So if you pick a lane, let's say camping stuff, barbecue stuff, office stuff, whatever you feel passionate about, you can articulate about, you can start making content about it, right? You can make short form, long form. And now all of this content does well across various platforms. It used to be, you'd find your tech reviewer do it on YouTube. He gets some money through affiliates and then get some money through YouTube, right? But now This content is very normal for TikTok. It's very normal for Instagram. It's normal for Amazon. It also lives on YouTube. You have now 4 different ways you're making money through this content. It used to be one, YouTube. Now it's 4. It's very common to just come across product videos on Instagram. Think about how new Instagram video is. It's fairly new. The way we scroll through TikTok's fairly new. So it's just become something you can earn more money through because there's so many different avenues. And then on top of that, brands will buy the actual videos you make, and you can get more for that. So I think just making content around products is a most slept on side hustle. It's probably the most emerging one. I know Gary Vee. I'm not a huge Gary Vee stan or anything, but I don't hate him either. He talks about doing a live, live shopping. Yet to be determined if that's coming to the Western world. It's super popular in Asia, and he's very bullish on that being a thing. I'm not sure about that, but just making content around products is becoming more and more a lucrative thing to do. And I think picking your lane, becoming like the camping creator or the office supply creator or something is a good way to go about it. But yeah, if someone were to ask me what my favorite, I'd say that's the most emerging. But there are so many people selling courses on how to do this, right? And I haven't read the courses, gone through. I've gone into some of the Facebook groups, which I think they're not completely owning the plot there. So yeah, I'd say there's a lot possible. There's a lot possible. And thank you for the hearts and the emojis. That really helps the algorithm. Really do appreciate that stuff. But yeah, if you've bought a course, I recommend you go leave a review on it. And I don't know if someone's talking to me on my YouTube channel. So let's see. Shoot, I don't even know how to open my doc. Chat doc. There it is. There we go. It should be opening. Oh, I got to log in. Follow him on YouTube and Instagram. Thank you, Alley Cat. Thank you. Thank you. I'm Nigerian. What's the best side hustle? I don't know. I've never been to Nigeria. I don't know what the best side hustle would be for Nigeria. What do you think of AI agencies or AI automation? I think it could be a thing. I think there's a lot of people selling that as a snake oil. It is an in-demand thing, and I'm trying to log in on my. Oh gosh, it's not working. Let's just go to YouTube. There's people selling the idea of AI automation and things like that, which is real. That's totally, a thing. But I would also say you have to be ready. That's a typical service business. So you're going to have to get clients. And what are you going to have to do? Pitch clients on your service. And what are you going to have to tell them? It's going to save them either time or money, right? Sell them time or money, save them time or money. If you don't have that story very well down pat, how are you going to make a sale? So I think doing AI agency and automation, what a lot of those academies or courses do is teach you all the automation. They teach you about Go High Level, which is usually an affiliate marketing scheme where they're going to get a commission for you signing up for it. And then they kind of leave you high and dry. You're left to go find clients and sell it to them. It's not impossible. It's not that it's not in demand, but you're going to become a salesperson in the end of the day. So yeah, I like your content. On top of that, you're genuinely help people. Thank you. Thank you so much. Is your beta website still not up so we could join in? It is up now, LOLs. So you can go review.courses and it's there. You can find it there. What do you think about reselling clothes? Reselling clothes is a total thing. If you're really good at spotting good deals, designer brands, that's been as old as time. You just have to have the right skills and then know the places to do it. It's just like selling baseball cards, reselling baseball cards or coins, stuff like that. Definitely a legit one if you do it right, for sure. Thank you for the big heart on TikTok. I appreciate it. But yeah, review.courses is up. You should be able to sign in and leave a review. I have a few things I need to develop for it. I'm not a coder by trade, so I'm learning on myself. I need to operate a CAPTCHA. I'd love to figure out how to do some AI assisted writing, things like that. Sell a course on how to spot fake courses. It would be your name price. Your victims are your free marketing. I that a lot of people tell me that. I look. I'm not anti-course, by the way. I'd love to sell a course to all of you. I have a school community in beta. I haven't been super active on it just because I'm spread thin right now, but I'm getting more focus and help people learn the business models to making money online, which then help you spot the fake gurus. I'm not anti course. I've taken a few courses. There's been a few coaches that have given me their course for free that I think are super helpful and worth the money. But there's a bunch of other people that are kind of using the system, manipulating it, and causing it hard for just the consumer to know who's legit, who's not. So I really would get just tons of DMs, and I realized I'm never going to have enough money to buy all these courses and tell people what's legit. And I've bought in a lot. I've bought in a lot of courses. So I realized, how do I do this at scale? I have to empower the people that have bought these courses to have a space to, raise their voice and talk about it. Again, it shouldn't be surprising, but what's the worst part about all of this is that the coaches have the ability to ban you from their social medias, and you kind of get disenfranchised. You have no place to turn when you experience a bad review. And yeah, that's so terrible, right? So yeah, it's just really hard. Looking on YouTube, kind of the course stuff, but not totally side hustle related. There are tons of self-help marketing courses that are super expensive. I bought an online business course once, and I got a digital copy of Access of Diamonds, a classic book to a public domain that was basically told, look around me and see opportunities everywhere. Wow. Yeah, no, I also think that's a real thing too. There's so many people willing to sell you how to grow your followers on Instagram, right? Or grow your social profiles, but they don't tell you in the service of what. And I've seen people feel like really accomplished that they got their theme page or faceless Instagram kind of up and running. They got 50,000 subscribers, but they aren't making money. And yeah, that's because the coaches that they worked with are not focusing the people on a business model. They're just focusing them on one little thing. It's actually fairly easy to grow an Instagram account, but grow one that can monetize, grow one that people will buy products from, click affiliate links from, buy your merch. That's a whole different animal. So there's this little gray area people operate in saying, I'll teach you how to, grow your Instagram channel to 60,000, 100,000 followers. And then they'll listen to what your idea is and they'll like roll their eyes or kind of shruggy on what your concept is. Will it make money or not? They just go, okay, my assignment is to help you grow Instagram. Here's how you do your hooks. Here's how you do those things, which are all good skills, right? And they're valuable skills. But what were they in a service of? Were they like, are you trying to earn money? Or are you trying to quit your 9 to 5, run an Instagram account? Then yeah, hold on. Before you launch a meme page, that ain't going to do it. Like we got to think of something else. Let's talk about business. What type of business do you want to run? And that's really important. So yeah, good point there, Chris, on YouTube. Looking on TikTok, just requires some research. You got this. Thoughts on Forex, crypto, Bitcoin. So look, Forex, I got to tell you, is a very common PLR course. PLR means private label rights. So there's people that buy already done for you courses on that specific thing, Forex, and resell it as their own. Look, Forex is a method of investing. You can be successful at it. From my research, I found that some of the most successful investors even stay away from it. It's very volatile. Anybody that says they have some kind of secret code to it probably aren't being completely genuine. So, you know, some equivalent it to playing blackjack every day. So it is a bit, it has like around the same odds. Now, others will come in the chat and say, I don't know what I'm talking about. So that one I say, do at your own risk. That's the same with Bitcoin and other cryptos. For full transparency, I do own a little bit of crypto, and that's in the spirit of this famous investor named Warren Buffett. He talks about, uh, if this is the next sliced bread, right? Like if Bitcoin is definitely the future, then all you need is just a little bit to become a, successfully wealthy person. And then if it is like not, it's all a scam, then a little bit is all you want. That's all you don't want to lose your whole life savings. So I just have a little bit of crypto just as in case it does do what everybody says, you're not like left in the dust. So I don't have a huge amount. Thanks for the question. Uh, Going through here. Yes, you can find. So again, if you've bought a course or a digital product, you want to express kind of your experience with it, you can go to review.courses today and leave a review. The more reviews we get, the better it will turn out. The more, we see there's demand. Like I said, I went through a couple weeks ago all my DMs and looked at how many people left me DMs asking me to expose courses. It was around 700 courses, some ranging up to $10,000. One person told me they spent $10,000 on an Amazon FBA Academy, and they felt like they were sold a guarantee. They were sold a guarantee, like something that would work for them. Um, and yeah, that's rough. Favorite side hustle? I would say I wouldn't go in side hustles, but there's various business models. I like a product business model, and I like the one I'm doing right now, which is a content business model. I like content business model because it has a lot of good income path density. There's 6 to 7 ways I can make money. I can make money through these lives right now. If you guys giving me hearts, which Alley Cat did, thank you. I can make money through sponsorships. I can make money through affiliate links. I can make money through digital products, through coaching. So through content creation, I found I do like that business model because of the income path density. I also like the product business model, especially when you're really good at spotting gaps and knowing underserved space. The product business model can be really good. So I think that's always really good. And thank you for getting me to 10K hearts on TikTok already. You guys are coming through. If you're tapping, I hope your finger is okay. Tapping the screen repeatedly to get me there. That's awesome. I appreciate you guys. How does a content business model look monthly? It's never predictable. That's one thing about all these businesses you have to kind of understand is you're not in a 9 to 5 where the money just comes in every 2 weeks. You're gonna have to be okay with ebbs and flows, and that's totally cool. You can get some predictable income, but you can definitely go through a dry spell, and you're just gonna have to stay focused on it. There's a saying that I know that I always think about. You plant the seed, don't expect the fruit the next day. You just need to keep on going, especially with the content. And as it grows, you'll get more and more fruit. So I would say the content business model monthly can really add up to huge amounts of money. Will it be consistent every month, like making 20K a month? Not when you look at it like literally each month, but if you average, it can go 20, 30, 40, 50K a month. I'm nowhere near that. I'm nowhere near that at all. And if you look at my following and how many people I have, some people would think I'm close to it or anything, but I'm not haven't been super focused on monetization either. But it can definitely be something that turns out for you. Where do you live? I live in Southern California, so it's a very expensive place to live. Yeah. But I also, like, I don't say this to flex, but just so you understand who you're talking to. I have more than 15 years experience in big tech, working for enterprise companies. I've worked for entrepreneurs as well. I've helped them through e-commerce. I have my MBA, or my master's degree in business. But I also grew up super poor on welfare. Kind of built myself through this, so I know what it's like to be on both sides. And I don't think having an education makes me smarter than anybody. It's just a thing I felt like I had to do at the time. But I think even people without a degree or even graduating high school have the complete ability to earn money online at levels they never expect. It really just takes the right focus, understanding kind of, what works and what doesn't and how the space works. And once you do that, then it starts to click in your mind. So, again, I do have a lot of years experience in digital marketing specifically. I refrain from seeing digital marketing because in this space it gets thrown around so much. But like running affiliate marketing programs on brands' behalf, I have so much experience doing. Sponsoring influencers, I have so much experience doing. So I do know there's money to be made in both of those avenues. Same with e-commerce, selling directly through Shopify. I have a lot of experience doing, and I know there's money to be made. So, it's there. It's just really understanding the strategy. And where a lot of people make mistakes is they go immediately into ads. They think about ads and how they're going to use ads to grow their or drive their sales, and that can really trip you up. Ads can put you in the negative. Ads can put you upside down. Ads is something you start to tap into once you've found the way you're going, your real win. So for instance, where I see ads are successful is they're for scale. You've already launched organically. You're starting to drive sales organically. Maybe you have a top performing organic content that's driving a lot of your sales. You put ad money behind it because you know it's going to win. It's not just start a business and have ads at the jump. I'd actually, in fact, recommend against that. You want to do things organically, see what your top selling product is, and then put ads behind that. That's how you scale. But ads shouldn't be your first go-to marketing mechanism. You should definitely look at SEO, social media, influencer marketing even before you go advertising. There was another strategy I talked about. This is a very just normal run-of-the-mill business strategy you can apply to, let's say, a product business, and that's a loss leader strategy. So loss leader strategy is, let's say you are trying to sell on Etsy, right? You want to sell digital prints, let's say. Well, one, you need to understand you're going to have to put first you're going to have to find your underserved space. So I think I did a video recently where I said espresso martini art is something that a lot of people are searching for, but there's not a lot of art to that's being shown when people search that. So when that's the case, you start designing around that, right? You fill that underserved space. You know a lot of people are searching for it. You know there's not a lot of results. Great. Then what you're going to use is a loss leader strategy. So look at what the price is of the average product is in that niche. So let's say the espresso martini art. Let's say it's $8, right? We're talking print on demand. You go $3. Now look, after the Etsy fees and stuff, you might be barely making a profit, but that's okay. You don't have any reviews or sales, and someone will take a bet on you if you are cheaper, right? So you take a bet, or you put all your products at $3, you generate 5-star reviews. That's your first assignment. You just want to get exposure and drive some sales. Once you get 5 to 10 sales through your shop, you can start to edge your price up. Now it's not 3, put them up to 5. Then as you get more sales, you put them up to 10 and start to be as competitive as possible. So that's a loss leader strategy that you really need to kickstart that a lot of these guys don't talk about. And again, this isn't some like Ryan trick that I'm a genius. This is normal business 101. Like, this is Walmart strategy through and through. It's Amazon strategy through and through. They want to be the cheapest. They'll even sell things at a loss to get acquisition. So yeah, that's really it. You're such an inspiration, truly. Thank you, Ali Cat. With influencer marketing, how do you track if the influencer actually got you followers or sales? Well, that's a little bit of a tricky one. There's when it comes to marketing, you have to think of a sales funnel. Is it Arthur? So Arthur, an influencer, depending on who you're after or how you're going about it, can sometimes just be in your awareness or consideration factor of it and not your conversion. Their goal may not to drive sales for you. It's just making people aware of your product. Now, if you have a specific influencer, let's say, and I always gravitate towards camping. I used to camp a lot. I barely camp now, but let's just say you're launching a product. It's like new type of camping stakes. They're brand new. Finding camping influencers to sell your product, yeah, they should track sales. And if you wanted to learn how to track, like want them to, if you want to know how to track sales, well, you would set up an affiliate marketing program. You can use something like Impact Radius, which is a back-end platform. You can also use Partner Stack. And that gives the influencer a special link, and they earn a commission every time they generate a sale, and you can see how much sales they generate. You can also, if you don't want to use affiliate marketing or pay them through that, you can use what's called a UTM parameter. So you use a UTM parameter. So the special link you give them, let's say it's Arthur's Camping Shop, arthurscampingshop.com / and then you get a little bit thing you can append to the end of your domain that says influencer one. And then you go into your Google Analytics and you can see how much traffic and how much sales they've generated. That's a UTM parameter. You can Google it and learn it. But that's a way you can track influencers. But again, you have to remember, like, if you just buy one in video from an influencer, it's kind of like shooting in the dark. You do need to figure out how to do a little bit longer relationship and have a good balance with them. It's not just a one and done type of thing. That's kind of the worst way to go about it, I've seen. So yeah. Hi, I'm Broken Africa child. Could you help me with a job? No, sorry, Kevin, I can't. Yeah, no worries, Arthur. Any good side hustles that doesn't require speaking or showing your face that's available in Europe? Selling through Shopify, the product business can definitely be one where you don't have to show your face or do any of that. You're going to have to get really familiar with finding underserved space, doing SEO. If you don't want to show your face, you don't want to promote yourself, then really understanding SEO is a really big key. So yeah, that's what I would say. Let's go back to TikTok, YouTube. We're good. TikTok. You're welcome, Arthur. How to get funding for an app? That's interesting. I'm trying to fund a SaaS right now. So review.courses, I've bootstrapped so far, funding myself. So you would have to definitely figure out how to. It really depends. You could get a business loan. You can get a business loan for an app. You're gonna have to convince the bank that your app is going to work out for yourself. You could do like me, which is bootstrapping, get small side hustles like UGC and stuff like that, and try and do it as cheap as possible. I focus on what's called a minimum viable product, an MVP. That's what I have right now. It's at review.courses, and this is a website where people can review courses. My idea for monetization is through the coaches. Now, I would need a dev to do the coaching monetization, but I'm not going to do or spend the money on a dev just yet until I know there's demand for the product. I know in my gut there's demand. Like I said, there's 700 different people in the last month that reached out to me about courses they want me to expose. So I know the demand is there, but I need to see if the actual website is where we'll meet that demand. And then I'll figure out how I will fund it. It could be, through a sponsor. It could be through a bank loan. I might have to bootstrap it. Just I probably wouldn't get Series A, well, not Series A, but doing an angel round. I'm not sure I could do a family and friends round. But yeah, raising money through for an app. There's multiple ways. You can also look into grants, government grants. That could also be something. Wow, I reached 20K likes on TikTok already. Alley Cat, I know you're a big part of that. I appreciate it. I don't know who else was helping you. If you did that all on your back, then my gosh, you're the best. What do you sell on Shopify? Printables and etc. You can at Shopify you can sell anything. You can buy products. It can be an old, the old tried and true business model where you're keeping stuff in a warehouse and shipping it. You can do printables, you can do print on demand, you can sell digital products. Yeah, you can sell pretty much anything on Shopify. It's a basic e-commerce store. I heard apps have a 99% fail rate earlier today. Apps are a challenge, especially when you're talking about phone apps. I think a lot of people are like, oh, I have this idea for an app. It's like, okay, but how will you make money? There's really only three ways you make money through an app. You can do freemium, basically to download it for free, and then they have to pay for an upgrade after using it for XYZ. You can just have them paying 99 cents for the app, which that's at low barrier to entry. Or you can sell ad placement, which takes you getting a lot of people using your app. Advertising won't pay for you to advertise to zero people. You're going to need people to what they call MAUs, monthly active users. So how many people use your app a month? And then that's what you would sell to advertisers to do it. So it's not that you can't make money through apps. You totally can, but it is a dog eat dog world. There are so many apps out there, so you definitely need to find your, route. And then how will you promote your app? You just don't put it on the marketplace and watch the money roll in. You're gonna have to figure out how to promote it, market it, that kind of stuff. And like I said, advertising you can certainly go upside down. So, yeah, apps are a struggle. Apps are a struggle, but could be a good side hustle, really depending. I think we're in an age where, micro apps can be very attainable. You can vibe code a micro app for a very small thing, something like that. So, yeah, is someone promoting their app in here? You should check online if the app you want to build solves a problem people have. Check Reddit, etc. Oh, that's recommendation for it. Yeah, that's an example of mine. So I'm doing review.courses, which is more of a SaaS. It's not an app. I don't even know if it's a SaaS, but it's a website. And it's a place where people can review courses they bought online. And I already know there's demand because that's what I get so many DMs about. People ask me, is this course good? So I know people are interested and wondering if courses are right. And then there's people saying, hey, can you expose this? I bought this for $5,000 and it sucks. And the coach banned me, so I can't tell anybody. Can you tell people for me? So that's why I created review.courses. It's only been up for about a month. There's 4 reviews there. But if any of you bought a course, whether it's a digital product for $10 up to, a $10,000 academy, go there, leave a review about that product so you can help someone else. That's really the gist of it. But see how I found a demand or what I feel is a demand and built a product around it, but I'm doing a minimum viable product. I'm not focusing on it being, uh, not focusing on it being perfect. I just want to get enough out there to start seeing demand for it. Someone asked me about flipping furniture. So flipping furniture is totally a side hustle. I've seen people be successful at it. A way you can low risk get experience with it is through if you're in the US and they're available, is called ShareTown. The link is in my bio. Go under side hustles that work. And ShareTown is a company that will send you out to pick up furniture that was recently bought through Article or Casper Mattress. And you pick it up, you keep it, and then you sell it on Facebook Marketplace. Why this is a good place for you to start getting your feet wet is that you don't have to buy the product like on Facebook Marketplace, and you can start to learn the mechanics, how it works. It's kind of lower risk for you. And then you can determine if you like it and see how long these things sit on the marketplace for, right? What products you sell well, which ones don't. So check that out. It's called ShareTown. That link is in my bio. But flipping furniture can definitely be a legit side hustle. I've seen a few people do it for earn around $1,500 to $2,000 a month. doing that. Top 3 side hustles on the top of your head. I always gravitate towards user generated content. Just making products, videos around products can be very low barrier to entry. Um, yeah, doing something like join brands, something like that is one. Two, I used to like Glen Coco. A lot of people haven't had great success with it lately. But if you have a sales background, that's a good one. That link is in my bio. Doing surveys like on DScout. People ask me to promote that one more. Like so many people, hey, I saw that video on DScout. I made $75. I made $150. I'm making consistently this much money. So that specific website, DScout, is one that a lot of people ask me to point out. I haven't been doing it lately. So yeah, you can check. All of those are in my bio for it. Various different incomes you can do too. That's awesome. I'll definitely look into that when I am able to. I don't know what you're referring to, Alley Cat, but I'm glad you found it was awesome. Looking through. Yeah, review.courses is up. No, it'll probably go under a business name called Stoic, is the name of the business I'm doing, STOECC, eventually. But yeah, just to give you guys the background of why I'm thinking that is typically, I don't know if D Scout is international. Sorry. And I'll get to WAP app after this. So for review.courses, people are like, why the name? Typically, if you research business, your MVP is a very on the nose name. It's like you just got to know what it is the minute you hear it. You don't get all fancy and super, you know, uh, flavorful with your name just yet. You just need people to know what it is. So that's why it's review courses. Over time, though, it will need to go under an umbrella name, and it'll probably be Stoic. Um, WAP app. So I did make money use with WAP, and I made a video about it. And then I got so many comments saying they got ripped off by WAP, I stopped talking about it. Um, yeah, and that's where I'm always stuck, right? Like my experience may not be the same. I'm not sure why I had a good experience. They didn't sponsor me or anything. And I wouldn't say it's a great experience. I made like $4, but I did make money through WAP. I did get paid through WAP. It does sound like it depends on the job or mission and who's paying it. So they just don't have a really good policing system maybe for people on there. So yeah, why don't people offer delivery for items bought on Facebook Marketplace? I have no idea, but there's this one guy that offers just doing truck pickups. So he goes on Facebook Marketplace and he has a truck and charges people a service for using his truck. He'll go, pick something up for somebody and drop it off. So there are people that just with a truck are able to find jobs and things that are pretty easy in their local area, and they just like friend with a truck type of thing. Pay them like $100 to move a barbecue from this place to that place or something like that. So I don't know if that's where you were going, but it is something in demand is people truck. Wow, 23K likes on TikTok. That's crazy. That stuff helps, guys. Thank you for tapping. Thank you for giving me all the likes on Instagram as well, and the hundreds and the hearts. Those all are super helpful. Vanessa on YouTube, can you share your most updated thoughts on the current trends and what's necessary for POD shop success? Yeah, so POD is always an interesting one. If you don't know what that is, that's print on demand. So uh, that space is evolving. It still doesn't take away from what some of the key things you need to do is one, really be able to spot like the wearable trends, like types of t-shirts and stuff are 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 making sure you're designing to the what's on trend there. The other is trend spotting, like going into Target and seeing the types of designs that are up and coming. You can't stay idle with POD. You're gonna have to change and iterate your actual designs that fit with the times. So you definitely have to do that. And the other is just that underserved space. That's always going to change. Your space can get saturated. You can move, move to the other. So, with POD, it's really going to take three things that are going to be consistent always, which is knowing how to trend spot, knowing how to stay within fashion trends of whatever colors or designs of the t-shirt you're doing, and then really being able to find that underserved space, things that people are searching for, and you don't have a lot for. What's your honest opinion of school? Look, all of these, I have a school community. Right now, it's in beta. It'll eventually go live, and it'd be $25 a month, where I could do deep dives into the business models. But I have a problem with all the course platforms, and I think school's fine, right? But all of the platforms, I have an issue with their business model in the sense that their core customer is the coach. I'm their coach, or I'm their customer. So my monthly fee for school, which is 99 bucks a month, plus every transaction I generate through my students, is how they make their money. There's no advantage, or for them, there's no real reason for them to make sure that I am providing value to you or to my students. And in fact, if they did it, they'd lose money. They'd lose money if they started to check if people are really providing value. If they turn it on, if they returned on always a 7-day money back guarantee. Now, I went with school because they give you the option. They give you the option to turn on a 7-day money back guarantee. So that's why I did that. But you can turn that off and on. And I rather have a platform that keeps it on always. Also, having transparent reviews on what people think of the program, I think, is important too. So that's what I think of school. Can you make money through it? Absolutely. There are people crushing it on school. They're making so much money. And I go into these school communities and I could say they're kind of easy. They're like pretty baseline content. I'm pretty surprised when I go into some of these things. So now I can't just use that generalization for all school communities, of course, but there is a low bar. There is a low bar for content on school, on any of these platforms, to be honest, not just school. Um, can I ask you? Let's see. I think someone asked me something on Instagram. I've been looking for a remote job. Very difficult to find any quality. There's a few. There's some websites that I know that are good for finding remote jobs. I'm gonna do a video on that in the next week. So just make sure you're following me, and then I'll post something about that. Hello, I'm a broke college student and had a question. I'm a minor. Do most of the methods you share work even if you're a minor? That's a good question. I think some of them I think all of them you have to be 18. I'm not sure about user generated content. Do you have a PayPal account? I think some of them you just need a PayPal account. So like Join Brands, you just need a PayPal account, but that's hard. That's hard. Buy truck. Not in Texas. People drive crazy. Is underserved with nights. Creative writing community is underserved with nights. Ideas on how to serve the underserved space. What do you mean nights? Underserved. You'd have to give me a little bit more explanation there if you're still there. What are the side hustles that made you the most money so far? The side hustle that's made me the most money so far, do I include content creation, which I'm doing now, because that one's made me the most money. Um, on top of that, the next would be user generated content without using my platforms or my followers or anything. the people that paid me for that didn't even know. Uh, Now, from my experience of seeing people I've worked with, a lot of people have made money through digital prints on Etsy or POD on Amazon KDP. Looking through Flippa, I see a lot of people making money through Amazon KDP. Um, Faceless YouTube channels used to make a good amount of money. I think they still can. But those easy AI ones are a little bit rough. But for me personally, the ones that made me the most money so far is content creation right now. Um, and I'm working to do a service business, so I'll keep you updated. That's Review.Courses, which is more of a service business. I'm looking for a remote work, not school, Boston, Mass. Yeah, let me see if I can find this list that I have of places you can find remote work. 1 second. Um, Here it is. Okay, these are six. There's a bunch of different remote job portals that you can do, that you can look through. Jobs, Jobspresso, JOBSPRESSO, Simply Hired, Pinch and Hired, Stack Overflow Jobs, Dice. You can also check Wonolo. Wonolo is a great place to find local jobs. Airtasker as well is a place you can find more local jobs, not remote jobs. Remote jobs, Jobspresso, Simply Hired, Pitch and Hire, Virtual Vocations. I would try those. Wonolo, WONOLO, Wonolo. Sorry, Instagram, I didn't realize my chat was paused. There's a lot that ask for a subscription. Yes, there's a lot of remote job portals that do ask for subscriptions, unfortunately. Um, that's rough. That's rough. Yes, I'm here. Knights, medieval period. Yes, I know that. There's a huge gap in the community and content or products who are into the whole knight theme. And creative writing is huge too. No products. Yeah, you'll have to figure out what type of product speaks well to the knight community. Maybe you get a 3D printer. See what specific knight items or knight, for knight cosplay is look for. If you're looking for underserved space, let's say probably cosplayers, right? They probably look on YouTube a lot for different things or different builds. So you can use something called vidIQ. That link is in my bio under resources. That's a way you can find underserved space for YouTube. If you're looking for on Amazon, you use Helium 10. That link is also in my bio. And then Etsy is eRank. So you can figure out that. Those things to find, but I think for the knight category, you're probably looking for, types of cosplay products or something. I don't know. I don't know the space well enough, but you're gonna have to get a little bit more narrow than just knight. Like what specifically around knights product wise are they looking for? I hope that helps Lionheart, Regan Lionheart. That's the best I got you. Alex, thank you. Thank you for telling me I'm the best. I know other content creator just like you, but I will try to find him. Is it Chris Corner? A lot of people bring him up when they talk to me. But only for US? What's only for US? Isa. Do people hire remote or freelance marketers often? They do. If you're trying to use Fiverr, let's say to do some marketing work, you need to do that strategy, or one strategy to use is that the loss leader strategy. So when you start your Fiverr account brand new, you can't go in expecting the highest hourly rate. You don't have one 1-star review. You don't have one 5-star review. Your first goal is to get a freaking client. And if you have to get a client for less money than it's worth, it's okay. That's your marketing cost. So get a client, do a bang ass job for them. You're going to have to do 5 or 10 at a very low rate that puts you below the competition. And then once you get those 5-star reviews from them, then you start to raise your prices. Start to be a little bit more competitive for your prices. If you're starting from zero, an Etsy account, a Fiverr account, you have to use the loss leader strategy. Well, you don't have to, but a way to do this is use a loss leader strategy. The other way you can do it is, let's say you already have clients through not Fiverr, you can ask them to leave reviews on Fiverr for you. But yeah, that's the way you would do it. Wholesaling real estate. So Eddie, wholesaling real estate is a real thing. There are a lot of people wanting to sell you a dream, put you into an academy. Most of those people are real estate investors, and they want you to do the grunt work for them. So the hardest part of real estate investing is finding these properties of people that want to sell their property at a lower rate than the market cost. So usually what these property investors would do back in the day, let's say the 80s and stuff, is hire cold callers. So they'd hire people to do cold calling for them and find people interested in selling their property at a low rate. Well, these guys have figured out how to turn it into a side hustle or pitch it as a side hustle to many people. They'll even charge you to teach they'll even charge you to teach you how to do their grunt work, and then they'll pay you like $300 for every lead you find them. So it's pretty crazy. It is a real thing though, Eddie, and there are ways to go about it, but you have to watch out on the platform. That's why I created review.courses, to find the people that are legit trying to help people learn how to wholesale houses versus teaching them how to be their lackey for their business and find leads for them. I find so many like 19-year-olds get wrapped up in that cold calling kind of mechanism. You know, I hear about remote jobs, but do the most remote jobs consist of? Offer and all of what do the entry level remote jobs consist of? A lot of the remote jobs are answering phone calls. It could be sales leads. It could be also making phone calls. It can be customer service. That's what a lot of remote jobs is that you find. Oh, that's nice. Terrifying scandals on my YouTube. Gathering for giving support for small channels. I am small on YouTube for sure. I'm on TikTok and Instagram as well right now. So if people are wondering why I'm asking questions or stuff like that, let's see. What was the site name again? Which site? My site, review.courses. I don't know which site you were talking about. Hello. Like the jobs they offer, can we work from outside the US? Some of those job portals I listed, you can work outside of the US, for sure. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for the hearts. It's a good side hustle. I've done some closes, but you're definitely right. Finding those homes is tedious. Yeah, finding the homes for wholesaling houses is the difficult part. It's a lot of cold calling, old people mainly, or people that lost their parents. Another one is dataannotation.tech. Now, I wasn't able to get accepted. I heard they've gotten a little bit more stringent, but this is basically where you're going through tasks and you're basically training AI. But I've heard good things about this one, dataannotation.tech. There's also Remotask, which is a similar side hustle where you're doing random tasks. You need to do them in a certain amount of time. Some people don't like it because it's high pressure, but yeah. What is the pay for an hour for entry level remote jobs, answering phones, etc.? Depends on where you live. They do have different rates depending on where you live, but I've seen on average it's around $15 to $20 an hour. You do have to pass the tests. And then if you have sales experience, Glen Coco is also a good avenue. That link is in my bio. Wow, I'm almost at 30K likes on TikTok. That's amazing. That is amazing. Wow. Um, Looking on my YouTube if there's any more chats. Cool. Thank you. What side hustle would you recommend for someone to start if you could only pick one? It really depends on what you are interested in. I talk about if you're like one of those people that get a thrill from like hunting deals, like getting things cheap, like that's your thing. You love going to the not grocery store, but shopping and getting a low price, like that's your jam. An arbitrage business could be good for you, especially if you're good at playing with margins, doing the math. Arbitrage business can be super risky, right? You can buy a lot of inventory and then not have sales on it. So I've seen that, but if one of my friends were to come up to me and said, "I need a side hustle, man," I'm gonna take what I know about them to give my recommendation. Like I have one friend that I would never tell to do content creation ever, and then I have another friend that I think could. So it really depends on kind of where your skill sets are that I know you're gonna be successful. How can I make money from Instagram meme account? That is a difficult one. Making money through a meme account takes you getting a lot more followers than most people think. Um, you need to at least get in the millions, and then you need to start doing sponsored placements. Now you can get into the bonus program, um, and based on views, generate some income. The bonus program is random. Not everybody gets accepted. There's no way to apply. So, yeah, rough. But that's what I talk about income path density. And if you're really trying to run a content business, income path density and understanding if you have that potential is so important. I've run across so many people pouring their heart and soul in an Instagram account or a YouTube account. And hey, Rami on YouTube, uh, and they get their followers and then they cannot have any monetization, and it's not because they're lazy and it's not because they're smart. It's because they picked the wrong content. Like their content has no path to income. Someone that does knitting content with way less followers has more potential to make money through their knitting content than a meme account. I know that's hard to wrap your head around, but it's true. Somebody that has 10K people following them around knitting in the knitting space can make more money hand over fist than a meme account with a million followers. Okay, I'm socially awkward. I'm good at copywriting and funnel building. I have a small budget and a lot of time. Any recommendations for that? It sounds like you're trying to start a service business. So the social awkward kind of gets you stuck because for a service business, you really need a sales and um, uh, marketing just to convince a client that your service is worth it. But if you're really good at running funnels and building that, then running a service business is good. A product business could also be good for you. A digital product business, especially if you're running funnels and stuff. And then you really need to figure out just your SEO play, how you're going to get things ranked, finding underserved space. So someone like you, I'd focus more on probably a product business and a content business or an arbitrage business, and maybe service and content business a little bit harder for you. That's my knee jerk reaction. Anyway, um, looking through. Oh, wow. I got to catch up on TikTok here. What is the paper hour? No, I work remotely for healthcare. I think this is how you spell remote job sites. Jobspresso, Simply Hired. Yeah, these are right. Wonolo is W work now locally. So WONOLO is Wonolo. I think I have that link in my bio, Wonolo's. There's also Airtasker, AIRTASKER, Airtasker. I want a remote, flexible job I can do. I'm in sales, not a content creator. TS, check out Glenn Coco. That link is in my bio, especially if you have sales background. What's a meme account? A meme account is basically where you post like funny things, funny like little memes. I don't know how to explain a meme, but it's basically where you're posting, funny movie clips and stuff onto Instagram and getting a bunch of views, and doing that. We haven't seen you talk about. Oh gosh, Gaza starvation in Gaza. What do you think? I mean, that's. I don't talk politics. I understand what you're doing. Um, so, getting visibility about all the tragedies that are happening throughout the world is always a challenge and something that's, society really needs to address as a whole. It's such a big issue. I said I know. Let's keep going. That's awesome. Thank you. I'm sorry. Let's see. How are you supposed to blue collar skills generate? Okay. How do you suppose someone with blue collar skills generate side income since they are so busy with their weeks? I'm a truck driver, no extra time to do side business. I helped a blue collar plumber just add money to their income by having them set up affiliate links to offer their customers when they're recommending products to them. So they make an additional $1,000 a month just by sharing something they've always done. So as a truck driver, we have to figure out something that fits in your space that's a little different. I mean, if you're a truck driver, you're seeing all these different parts of a country. Are you a foodie? Do you want to kind of build your personality online around being a truck driver and then talk about the different food you eat throughout the country and do reviews of it, become the Keith Lee truck driver? The main thing is you have to find a way to build your business around the business you're already doing, especially if it's taking all your time. But I think blue collar workers have so much potential to add income through online. Another example I give is this cleaning guy. His name is Arturo out of Seattle. He has a full-on TikTok channel teaching people how to clean their houses because he's a professional cleaner, and that has become a side income. It does not add much more time to his day job as a house cleaner. He's just documenting it. So I think as a truck driver, you just have to figure out your lane. I'm not acting like it's easy by all means. Don't take my, verbiage to say why aren't you doing this? But I would focus your thinking on what can I monetize in my daily life as a truck driver and not change anything. Just document it. Something like that. Places to stay, hotels to stay at. I know truck drivers don't stay in hotels, right? So cities to visit, cities not to visit. I don't know. A lot there though. Are SEO optimized travel blogs still able to make money from Medivane ads in 2005, or has Google I think it has a potential. Google AI has the potential of eating that revenue. Travel blogs I've seen more successful through Instagram and TikTok and YouTube more, especially ASMR things. So doing ASMR videos of you, going through, not of you, but of just going through different cities and stuff like that, especially with high quality cameras. So I'd say the travel blog in the traditional sense, you can do and probably still have potential, but it is ripe for change. And so you should explore like more video based versions of it over time while you still try and pump out that one. So, yeah, hopefully that's helpful. I started reviewing products on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. Would you recommend applying to Amazon program after having 50 videos? What would be the best plan forward? So, are you already in Amazon affiliates, Jason? Are you trying to get on Amazon on-site now, or do you still not have even an affiliate yet? And that'd be helpful. But 50 videos, it sounds like you're on the right track for sure. If you want to be a travel YouTube vlogger in 2005, what do you think the best angle or way to do it? It really, so one angle would be if you have very high quality equipment, let's say 4K or 8K equipment, and you just take that through various cities for like 2 hours, 3 hours. There's already an account that does this, and they get so many views, and there's not a lot of competition. So you can be the Pepsi to the Coke. I talked about it on my page like 3 weeks ago. But if you're like a videographer already, or somebody in the art space, the other thing is you can then use that video and sell it as footage, as B-roll to other places. So you can monetize that content through various ways. An 8K camera isn't cheap, but you can rent one. You can rent them until you see there's demand, and then do that. But I think high quality equipment can really go a long way. And then you could start selling that idea to like hotels and different excursions while traveling, and saying like, hey, this is a real in-demand thing that I do on YouTube. You can also buy this footage from me if you send me for free, cover my travel. I think there is a true niche of people that know how to operate an 8K camera and can process that and get it over. You'll sell, you can probably get hotels and things interested into it and pay for your travel and everything like that. I'm not a huge techie, or I'd do it. That's how I'd go about it. I'd rent an 8K camera though. I would not buy one until I saw there was demand. You try and, I have this other one that I said, like, let's say you want to start a snow shoveling business. What's your first course of action? It's not buying a shovel. It's finding people that need their sidewalk shoveled to pay you. Let's say some guy says, I'll pay you $80 to shovel my snow. Great, now go get your shovel. It's the same thing, 8K camera. Don't buy an 8K camera. Rent one. Do a YouTube video. And guess what? You're not going to just be able to do it with one. You're going to have to post like 40 8K videos before you know it's worth it. Especially something like that, it's going to have a slow burn. So over time, people are going to search it and find it. You're going to have to learn SEO, get vidIQ. Go to the link in my bio. I have vidIQ as listed as one of the resources. This can tell you which cities could be a priority. What are cities that people search often? Los Angeles, Dubai, whatever. That starts to choose your destinations that you're going to go to, and rent your 8K camera. Maybe you rent one while you're there. Do your ASMR video. You don't speak to it or anything. You're trying to give a point of view of just what it's like to walk through these various cities. And yeah, then you'll start selling it and things like that. That's what I do. Don't know if that's helpful. Survey Junkie. Someone else asked this, I think, on TikTok. What was it? All these survey sites, user testing, they all make money. You can make money doing it. Now, getting accepted, at a frequent rate is the difficult part, but you can make money doing all these various survey websites for sure. Can you talk about Faceless Hustle? How can we make money without having to be public facing? So I just talked about one way to do that is through your 4K ASMRs. The AI version of this is starting to crash out. YouTube said it's going to demonetize not AI content, but just kind of low value content, clipping, for example. But there are so many different ways. You can do cooking without showing your face, maybe just use your voice. You can do commentary over different movies, talk about the point of view. It really depends on where your passions are. So I don't know where you're at with that, Cats, but let's say you love beauty. You don't have to show yourself. You can go through the different products, apply it to other people, or hair care or whatever. It really depends. But there are plenty. All Faceless takes is to get creative and think about kind of ways you would go about it. So, yeah, hopefully that's helpful. Check in YouTube real quick. How you doing, YouTube? You all right? Feel like you're the one I don't glance at often enough. Going back to TikTok, flipping cars can work. Can work. You do need to know about cars, but yes, can work. Uh, Tester Up, that's the one. Yes, Tester Up does work. Have you tried Tester Up and you found that it's worth it? It can be worth it. I mean, you just get random surveys or random things to do. So, yes, it does. Truck Stop Diners, that was one for them. Feet Finder, what are your thoughts on it? So yeah, I've talked about this one before. The thing about Feet Finder and a lot of these feet side hustles is you're going to find a lot of content that talks about how you can make a lot of money doing it. That is all because these platforms have very good affiliate marketing programs. So basically, there's a bunch of people out there that are incentivized to say you can do this as a great side hustle because every sign up they generate for Feet Finder as a seller, so somebody that wants to sell, they get a commission. So the real gag here is Feet Finder is not making money through people that want to acquire feet content. They're making money through the people that have the ambition to sell the content. If you try and go sign up for Feet Finder as a seller, you have to pay a monthly fee. And that monthly fee you'll pay because you think you're going to make it back plus some. You don't. And that's pretty much what fuels that whole narrative. That's the same with PayPigs and all the other things. Sure, there are people into this genre. Same with the PayPigs. But, the amount of those people existing is way less than the amount of people willing to sell or do the thing. So, yeah, that's it. I'll cover as much as I can without getting banned. Amazon is getting a lot of items these days. Gaining a lot of it. Walmart seems to be the next move. Can be. Yeah. Yeah. There is a lot of gating by Amazon. Walmart will probably do it until they'll start gating too because they're going to run into the same problems as Walmart or as Amazon. Another marketplace is eBay. eBay is a great marketplace too that a lot of people sleep on, but you can sell brand new products on eBay just like you do Amazon and Walmart, and it gets a lot of traffic. Oh, shoot. Oh, fuck. Looking through. Looking through. Oh, man. I'm behind. Okay, I'm not going to. When did you grow your beard? I grow it here or there. I shave it off too. Nikon mirrorless camera, not too expensive. If you buy it, the snow shovel analogy is gold. You're welcome. Why 8K and not 4K just on a gimbal? Sure, you can do 4K. I just think 8K sets you up for future proof, but 4K is totally fine for that. Yeah, and a good gimbal for sure. 8K is the future. Yeah, exactly. That's my point. Especially if you're going to try and sell it to the hotels and stuff. That's always good. I want to move to Southeast Asia and make like 2K a month while I build a YouTube channel. What do you think is a good side hustle to support the YouTube endeavor, or just go 100%? Yeah, so you're in this very unique situation when it comes to your side hustle. If you're still here, Sash, you can, I know teaching English in Asia is huge. There's also online tutoring um, uh, uh, websites you can do that I would check out and see if 2K isn't actually too crazy. Uh, if I were you, if you're really into this camera thing, and I just pulled that out of my butt, so I don't even know much about you, but you can do content around all the camera gear, um, like make an Instagram account and do just content around those products, trying to generate affiliate link commissions, trying getting UGC, selling as UGC, becoming some kind of creator around that while you try and get your YouTube channel up. You can, for 2K, try to make 2K a month. 2K a month. Yeah, content creator. Again, there's all those websites I did for remote jobs. I just don't know if they work in Asia. Shoot, there was one that was coming to mind, and now I can't think of it. Yeah. Yeah. How would you make good money these days? Look, I do think the times are changing. The days of the 9 to 5 are getting challenged. I'm not going to say it's completely go away, but it's an option. I think offering service and project-based work is very powerful and becoming more and more like things companies want. So you can work for various different companies working on a project base there. The real struggle if you live in North America or in America is healthcare. But to make good money, it's trying to find a skill that is needed by various companies and offer that on a project basis. There's really good money to be made. I've seen multiple people making money that way. So yeah. Caesar, hey, just came from IG with 2-minute delay. I've been sending you reels about different people trying to sell you their course on different niches. Share those in the community. I'll check them out. Caesar, I get tons of DMs. I think I mentioned I got 700 DMs a month, just over a course of a month, about side hustles people want me to call out. So I did create review courses, which is a place if you bought the course for you to leave a review. If you're just saying, Caesar, you didn't buy these products, but you want people to know of them, I'll have to look on it. But yeah, you mentioned ideas list. Maybe I made this up of good faceless YouTube channel ideas on your site. I don't see it. Oh, I did not make a list of different faceless YouTube channel ideas. I don't have one. What I did mention was I made a video about a faceless travel channel that films in 8K. It makes around 16,000. No. It's either 16,000 or $23,000 a month in income. And it's passive because it's only done like 50 videos. And I was recommending to someone in my Instagram that could be a path to go down. vidIQ is a SEO tool for YouTube that can show you where there's underserved space on YouTube. So let's say you were to start this travel channel, you can use vidIQ. That link is in my bio under resources to start seeing what cities are searched for, and not a lot of results are being shown.
It's what I use to see like what people are searching for when it comes to making money online, and it helps guide your content and guide filling that underserved space. So vidIQ is the tool I mentioned. That link is in my bio. I ask you to use the link in my bio because I do get a commission if you end up paying for it. But yes, you can go to vidIQ.com if you want there too. But some of my links in there are affiliate links. How would you approach selling it to hotels? So you're talking about selling that content. There is a person I know, her name's Alexandra, Run with Alexandra. She does this legitly. She proven to me that she does it. She has templates of what she sends to hotels. I think her course or book is $9. It's not that expensive. Some people give it a little weak of a response, but I found it helpful. Gives you those templates to write into different hotels and places. Just say, hey, I'm a videographer. I film in 8K. I have various profiles that I'm building up that I'll do. And, you know, if you would like this, in the beginning, in the beginning, you're just trying to get clients. So you may just message them for anything, like one night stay for free in exchange for 8K and this, and then they become your first client. Like in the beginning, you can expect to get like $5,000 plus your trip paid. Like you have no proof. So in the very beginning, it's like, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to start. Is there anything you can give me? And sometimes it's like, I'll just let you list me as a client. That might be all you need in the beginning. You have to start at that small stage in the beginning. YouTube, there are a lot of people that will show up on my reels just because I've been trying to do side hustles since December 22, but still no courage to do it. Ah, got it. Um, yeah, there is so much out there when it comes to side hustles. I've been really trying to press my SEO game so my videos like show up there. I'm really worried about how many layoffs are going on and how people will start to search for side hustles and come across a lot of this terrible guidance and sometimes scams. So if anytime you see my videos, please try and like it. Please try and watch it all the way to the end. You could definitely be helping someone else in this path. There is so much misinformation about it, and the space is only incentivized to provide misinformation. Anything where I give like the truth around things, and again, I'm not trying to be discouraging to anyone, but that does not go far on these platforms. It really goes, easy money goes far. So tell somebody they can make $1,000 a day pinning Amazon links to Pinterest. That thing is going to crush on the likes and views. Mine telling you it's bogus is not. I have to find entertaining ways, fun ways to kind of call it out. And I've hit it a couple times. That's how I've reached my profile to this size. But I'm definitely swimming against the currents. And that's okay. That's okay. That's what I said. Plant seeds, don't expect the fruit the next day. I just got to keep going over time. We just got to keep focused. And that's why even that company I was mentioning, I call Stoic, because this is a bunch of chaos and it's a bunch of like, you know how easy I could flip and just do the same and start swimming with the current and just blend in and probably make, because I have all the following and everything, but I'm going against it. I still need to sell a course. I still need to find ways to make money through this. It could be through Patreon. That's what I'm going through live to get through donations. But to take care of my family and everything like that, I definitely need to find strong ways to monetize. That's why I talked about review courses could be a potential way. I think teaching people about the real business models that make money online, because I do have all that expertise, is really important. But there's so many people out there pretty much guaranteeing money and then they don't. that's a real struggle. That's something we're gonna have to continue to like work through. But I hear you, Caesar. I hear you. Um, yeah. What side hustle is good for me with no computer skills? No computer skills. Should some type of local business. I'm looking in the poop scooping business. That's a legit one. Someone's saying they're making $100,000 a month scooping poop. I don't know if that's real or not. I can't imagine people paying $100, not 100K a month. Paying $100. Someone pays $100 a month for a poop scooping service. You think that's real? What about making a YouTube channel which has all the Indian history in it? Like from India? I think that's cool. What you do in Ran is you've got a niche right now, right? Indian history. Go to vidIQ and start typing in Indian history. See what people are searching for, and there's not a lot of results. Maybe it's a special India story or an Indian war or whatever. That's where you start making content, where people are searching and not a lot of results. I'm going to have to quit soon. My throat's getting dry. Sorry for being so off topic, but I don't know who Airrack is. Is that bad? They don't let me change my profile picture because I'm verified. So I have to keep it. Love from South Africa. Thank you. Is there a good virtual agent site for outside the Philippines? I don't know. I'll do 20 cities first. Cool. I have a channel, Velocity by Hustle. I share similar, no BS, but I want to leveraging AI. I have tried 11 labs, but to keep the cost low, I've decided to use open source voice models. Well, good luck with that. Keeping looking. Sorry about Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Okay, I'm caught up. Getting close. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Quasi, Dog Walker. Thank you for the donos. Yeah, so I started with, wanting you all to check out my website or the website, review.courses. If you've bought a course or a digital product, the best thing you can do is leave a review, good or bad, on how it went. And you can do that at Review Courses. I counted how many DMs I get of people asking me to call out different creators for tricking them into buying courses, let's say. I had 700 in the course of like 3 weeks. So and a lot of these people say that the creator has blocked them and kicked them out of their community, so they can't say what really is going on. So they're disenfranchised. So I created a space called review.courses where people can leave their unabashed opinion about these. It's totally beta test right now. There's a lot of improvement that can happen to the website, but it's an MVP, minimum viable product, just to show that there's demand out there. So if you've bought a course, please go leave a review. You can think of you as one of the first to ever submit a review on Yelp. You may be that person. That could be awesome. And it helps other people, and it can really shape up this industry. This industry is ripe with misinformation. And the only way it will improve is all these people that have bought these courses have a place to say what's good and bad. And that's what Review Courses is set out to do. That's what My Business Stoic is set out to do. So I hope you guys can all participate and work through it. If you want to see behind the scenes of me making it and just help contribute, of course you can donate through TikTok or Instagram, however you want. I'll also have a Patreon where you'll see the behind the scenes, like the legal things I'm working on, the real nitty gritty things I'm working on to get this thing up and running. You'll learn about, all the little intricacies of starting a business back there. You'll get one-on-one Q&As and stuff with me. So if you're interested in the Patreon, go join my chat, my broadcast channel on Instagram, and I'll be posting it there soon. But yeah, that's what I started this live with, and then I went through some Q&A with all of you. It's actually a lively conversation between TikTok and Instagram, and I think, we have to just remember, do not be discouraged with whatever your goal is to make money online or do these side hustles. Those are all achievable. They're achievable once you start to look at it as a business and understand how the business fundamentally makes money, what a successful version of that business needs to survive, then you're going to be set up. Most of the time, you're not set up that way. So that's my goal. That's what I'm setting out to do. I hope all of you guys found this helpful. I appreciated you all being here. I'm going to be ending the live now, but it's been great. And yeah, I appreciate all of your guys' time and sitting here with me.